What's mine?
Hey everyone, it's Chester here, or as many of you know me, Pajama Boy Wonder, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made my Daredevil sticks with a retractable wire mechanism. So firstly, these are my original sticks. I got them 3D printed by Argent Creations. Amazing quality. I underestimated the size of the mechanism that I was using inside, so I kind of had to, as you kind of see here, cut a chunk out of it to kind of let that slide in. I've since got a new pair printed by Wonder Customs that are a little bit thicker to fit the mechanism inside. As you can see here, the thickness is quite different to fit the mechanism inside these ones, but the process of what I did with them is effectively the same. So I'll show you the mechanism I've used, where to get it, the paints I've used, and the whole process when I made these ones, which is effectively the same process as when I made these ones. Just before we carry on, both Argent Creations and Wonder Customs have an Etsy store and Instagram. If you use my code PAJAMA10 on Etsy for either of them, you can get 10% off their products. Or if you message them on Instagram, find out what it is that you want, the price, and then tell them Pajama Boy Wonder sent you with the code PAJAMA10, you can get 10% off there too. So here are my original sticks. As I mentioned, the mechanism comes out a little bit. So here's the new 3D printed ones, a little bit thicker, come in 4 different pieces, and the mechanism there. So first off, just give them a light coat of a grey primer. This is the paint I'd recommend to paint the base holsters from. It is a claret wine. This is the best I can get in the UK. There's actually a better one on Amazon in America. I'll put a link for both in the description below. This is just the first coat. I'm not going to show you the other coats. For the silver areas at the top, I'm going to use Jacquard Lumiere Silver and Jacquard Lumiere Pewter. Just going to give them a base coat of the pewter first and then go to the silver after once that's all dried. So here I am just giving them a base coat of the pewter. Now that's dried, going over with the silver. This is what they look like after one coat with the silver, so I'm going to give them another 2 coats of this, but I'm not going to show you the whole process of doing that. Here are all the pieces completely painted now. The base pieces just go on the bottom there. So the way that these were 3D printed was able to fit the mechanism inside, but only on one specific end. It doesn't go in that way up, it needs to go up the other way. I'm just showing you as an example of kind of how it fits, just as the way they printed on the inside. So here I am kind of feeding the wire through the base handles and then through the silver parts at the top through a thinner hole that's there. I'm kind of looping it around my finger each time to make sure that it can't go back in upon itself. Once it's through the final end, I'm going to tie that onto a keyring to make sure that it can't go back through the other end once everything's all glued down together and you can't easily access the inside without having to cut it open. Now that's all sorted and the wire's all through, I'm going to glue that down using some Loctite 406. It's the best super glue that I'd recommend. Just putting that around the edges, trying to avoid the wire, even though it shouldn't matter too much at this specific part. Smishing that around a little bit, moving it around so that it gets to all surfaces, and then just holding that down. Now that's dried, that's all very solid. Going to glue that effectively in the same way on the other end. Leave that to dry, and now that's all dried. They're all really solid, really well. Just got to glue on the pieces on the ends now. And yeah, that's the complete process of how I made these with the retractable wire inside. I did a lot of research online of different types of mechanisms and things you could use, from self-retractable headphones, the way they kind of coil up, to lanyards you get at conventions and business events where they can kind of go on your belt and you can scan your pass. But the best thing that I could find in the end, for if I wanted them to be a wire metallic looking cable, was product security tethers that you get in stores. Effectively, you'll have a mobile phone attached to one end, the tether attached to the table where you have all the phones on show, and people can pick them up, look at the phone, kind of have a feel of it, play with it, but not be able to steal it. That seemed to be the best solution for this specific project and seems to work great for Daredevil. So it really is down to your own personal preference of if you'd rather have them thicker and the mechanism fit inside, or thinner and the mechanism kind of come out a little bit and not be so smooth with the exact pattern coming up throughout it. I'll put a link in the description down below for both Argent Creations and Wonder Customs, as well as where to get the glues and paints that I'd recommend, and the most important little mechanism tether things. For anyone wondering about the rest of my suit, I will be doing a full review of it in the foreseeable future, but the basis of it is the base suit is from White Sheep Leather. Use my code PAJAMA30 for 30% off of their products on their website. The helmet is from Luke101 on YouTube. Do You Even Cosplay on Instagram, and his website is Duffy Designs.